evening, everyone. Welcome to Gentle Yoga. My name is Georgia. I hope you've had a wonderful day so far and that you proceed to have a wonderful evening. Please grab any props that you feel that you might need, such as some blocks, possibly a strap, and if you have sensitive knees, please grab a towel. We're going to come into a comfortable seated position to begin, whether that be Sukhasana or easy pose for you, or sitting with the legs out long, extended. As long as you can keep head over heart and heart over pelvis, you're good to go. That's all that is required, is to be able to keep your spine aligned all the way up. So we will start by connecting to the breath this evening, and setting any intentions that we possibly have, whether you choose to have an intention of gratitude, an intention to let things go that are possibly have been bothering you today, this week, this month, or whatever it may possibly be. Or just to choose to be here present in this moment. So start to soften the gaze and close the eyes to connect to the breath. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Start to inhale through the nose and just exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Stay here for a few more rounds on your own to connect to yourself, to your space, and to any intention that you may possibly have. Continue to steady the breath. Stay here for 3 more rounds on your own. Start to bat the eyelashes open, entering back into your space. Good. To begin, we'll start with just, again, elongating the spine, sitting up tall. Either keep your hands in your lap or you can take them onto the tops of the knees. If you need to have that blanket underneath the sits bones that you grabbed before class, please feel free to do so. whatever is going to make you the most comfortable. So inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Sitting up tall, relax the shoulders away from the ears. And just gaze over the right shoulder. And inhale, bring yourself through center. Exhale, gaze over the left shoulder. Continuing to relax the shoulders, allowing them to not draw up towards the ears. Inhale through center. Exhale, gaze over the right shoulder. At any time during the practice, take as many deep inhales and exhales as you need to. Inhale through center. Exhale, left shoulder. Just gently warming up through the spine here, starting with the cervical spine. Inhale, bring yourself back through center. Stacking the shoulders over the pelvis. So just sitting up tall, elongate the spine. And then we're just going to take the chin into the chest. Inhale, I want you to try to gaze up towards the ceiling as best you can. Again, relaxing those shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, take the chin back into the chest. Inhale, gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take the chin into the chest. One more like that. Inhale, take the gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round the chin into the chest. On your inhale, coming back into that neutral spine position, we're going to kind of put that all together and come into some nice soft neck rolls. So left ear is going to drop down to the left shoulder. Tuck the chin into the chest. Right ear, right shoulder, and allow the head to fall back. And just take it all the way around. Again, relaxing the shoulders. No gripping. Just breathing all the while. And reverse your circle. Keeping that elongation in the spine, not collapsing in the lower back. After this last round, come back into your neutral spine. Awesome. So to come into a spinal twist now, I want you to either take the right hand outside of the right hip, or you can just take the right hand to the back of the neck or the top of the head. So it's a little bit more gentler as you take the left hand outside of the left hip and twist on the exhale. I like to take my hand outside of the right hip to help ground me so I can sit up tall on an inhale, and then on the exhale, I twist. We're not going to do any kind of jerking motions here. It's going to be a soft, subtle twist for this class. If you're in my yoga for athletes, you know I'll do a deeper twist. But for tonight, we're going to do, in this class, we will just do a gentle twist. So no jarring motions ever. And just keep the breath slow and steady. Spine is long here. Chest is lifted. 4 more breaths. On your inhale, come back through center. Exhale when you get there. Switching sides, so either that left hand's going to come outside that left hip, or you can again bring that left hand to the back of the head and take the right hand outside the left knee. So you'll inhale, sit tall, and then on the exhale, you'll twist gently. Relax that left shoulder and then don't allow it to come up towards the ear. Really just let it fall away. Remember to keep the integrity of the spine. Last breath here. I want you to inhale, start to come through center slowly. Exhale when you get there. To lengthen the legs out long, we're going to come into Paschimottanasana, or our forward fold position. So legs will be lengthened, toes flexed up towards the ceiling without locking out the backs of the knees here. If you do tend to have a lot of tightness in the hamstrings, please grab a strap or a towel. Wrap it around the base of the feet. You'll inhale, sit up tall once again, so you'll lengthen the spine. And then on the exhale, you'll fold forward. Come as far as you can without pushing yourself. I just really want you to take it easy on yourself. Don't really hold the rope, the strap tight or towel tight, but just allow yourself to be in this forward fold type shape, and the prop is more to guide you. Breathe deeply. Keep a soft bend in the back of the knees if you need to, even more than just not locking out the knees, taking them into a full bend if you need to, if you would like to come in closer. On your inhale, release the strap or whatever you used around the base of the feet, and then you'll inhale, start to roll up slowly and softly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Allow the head to be the last thing to come up. Awesome. From here, I want you to take the knees to the side, and this is where if you have sensitive knees, please grab a towel and place it underneath the knees as we come into a tabletop position where we stack shoulder over wrist bone, hips over knees, pressing firmly into the backs of the feet. Spread the fingertips wide here. Then we will inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, moving through a few cycles of cat-cow. So curl the tailbone up towards the head. Exhale, round through the spine, find that navel to spine connection. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, round through the spine. Press the mat away softly. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, rounding through that spine. Last one here. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the spine. On the inhale, come back into that neutral spine position. I want you to really make sure the shoulders are stacked over the wrist bones without locking out the elbows. So if you need to keep a soft bend in the elbows, please do. So extend that right leg out long behind you. And I just want you to find like a nice little sway, bouncing off that ball mound of the feet without locking out that back knee. So you want to keep a soft bend in that back knee and just kind of bounce on the ball mound of that foot, really stretching out the back of that hamstring. Good. But be active in the abdomen, so you want to take that navel into spine, keeping the core activated. Bring that right knee back down next to the left. What we're going to do from here is I want you to take, as you press a little bit of weight into that left hand and rock the weight into the left knee as well. You'll engage that right foot and press it up towards the ceiling. So it'll be flexed up towards the ceiling as you activate that quad muscle and press it away. Activate the glute slightly. Press into the back of that left foot. Keep the spine long. So gaze should be down off the tip of the nose. 2 more breaths. And release. Right knee next to left. Take the knees as wide as the mat, coming into a child's pose. Send the hips towards the back of the mat. Extend the arms out long. Melt the chest onto the mat. 5 breaths here. On your inhale, start to shift yourself forward onto the elbows, pressing the hands into the mat or drawing them back to help lift you back up, taking the knees back up underneath the hips. We'll switch sides now. So extend that left leg out long, coming onto the ball mound of that left foot here, ensuring once again that the shoulders are stacked over the wrist bones. And then we'll just start to bounce on the ball mound of that left foot. Again, don't lock out that left knee. Keep it light. Keep it, you want to activate that quad muscle, but you don't want to lock out the left knee. Again, abdomen is engaged here, so navel is coming up and in. Gaze is off the tip of the nose, keeping the back of the neck long. Start to bring that left knee back in next to the right. We'll do the same as before, ensuring our shoulders are stacked over the wrist. Bend that left knee, taking that left foot flexed up towards the ceiling, and actively engage the glutes and the quad muscle as well as the abdomen, and gently press the mat away. Don't engage everything so much, but just actively hold it for 3, 4, 5, and release. Left knee back down towards the right. Bring the knees together now. Swim the arms back behind you as you send the hips back onto the heels and come into a traditional child's pose. On your inhale, start to bring the hands back around, pressing them into the mat to come back into that tabletop position. We're going to come back into a downward facing dog briefly. If downward facing dog is too much for you, or you feel you cannot stay here comfortably for 5 to 10 breaths, please feel free to stay in tabletop. It is a great substitution. It is a great modification, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. So if you would like to join me in downward dog, tuck the toes, press into the hands as all 5 fingers are spread wide, and send the hips back and up. Good. Now from here, find a soft bend in each knee, maybe toggling back and forth. Soft and slow, subtle movements here. On your next inhale, I want you to slowly start to step your way up to the top of the mat, taking the feet at hip distance, coming into ragdoll, so clasp the opposite elbow. Press firmly down into the feet and allow the neck to grow long. Here, if you feel the need, you can find a gentle sway back and forth, keeping that slight bend in the back of the knee and not locking them out. Release the hands down to the mat or to the top of the shins or tops of the thighs. You'll inhale, lift up for a flat back position. And then exhale, fold once again. Inhale, I want you to sweep the arms up overhead, bringing them into a prayer position and drawing them into heart center. Coming into a mountain pose, extend the hands by the side. Now from here, the feet can stay hip distance, or if you feel steadier, you can, if you feel like you're steady and you can bring them together, please do. It's personal preference. So, do what feels good to you. We're going to come into a low lunge position from here. So what I want you to do is inhale, sweep the arms up once again, bringing the hands to heart center, and fold forward all the way down until the hands either touch the tops of the thighs, shins, or all the way down to the mat. And then step the right foot back, bending in the left knee. Option to stay here. And you can also bring the hands and sweep them up overhead. And I'm realizing my towel being down is a big major mistake right now because my foot's slipping in the back. So I will keep my hands down for stability. Key here is to keep the neck long, fingers onto the mat if you choose to keep them there, chest shining forward, crown ascending up towards the ceiling. Knee over ankle alignment. Plant the hands if they are not already there. Step the right foot back up to meet the left, taking as much time as you need to. Fold forward once again. You'll inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Bring them back through heart center in that prayer position. Exhale, arms by the side. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms touching. Bring them back through heart center, coming directly into that forward fold position, touching the mat, shins or tops of the thighs, and allow the head to come in. Then you'll step the left foot back, bending in the right knee, coming into the low lunge position on the opposite side. Same options as before. Keeping the hands down or sweeping them up overhead, gaze forward, shining the chest forward. If any time during this it becomes too hard to have that back leg active, bring the left knee down and extend that, coming onto the top of that left foot. And stay here in this low lunge position. Should have given you that option before. On your inhale, bring that left foot back up to meet the right. Exhale, fold forward, wherever that may be. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Palms come to touch. Namaste, bringing it through heart center. Exhale, arms by the side. We're going to do something very similar to what we just did, but with a little twist. You'll inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Hands coming through heart center, folding forward once again. Hands touch the mat, shins or thighs. We step the right foot back first, coming into that low lunge position. And again, the option to come down onto that right knee is always awesome. Either stay here with the hands down in that low lunge position. No need to move on if you're not ready, or just that you're not ready tonight. You can sweep the arms up overhead if you like, or you can extend that left arm back behind you and then take the right hand out in front of you to come into a twist. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead if you had it in a twist. Take it back down to the mat. Activate that back leg if you have it down, the knee down, and then step the right foot back up to meet the left. And come into a forward fold once again. And just allow yourself to be long here. You can clasp opposite elbows to come into that ragdoll position once again if you'd like. Or just allow the hands to lightly touch the thighs or the shins. And just allow the neck to be long. Breathing deeply. Take that soft bend in the back of the knees. Then on an inhale, start to sweep the arms up overhead once again. Bring hands through heart center, namaste. Exhale, arms by the side. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Bringing hands through heart center, hinging at the hips. Start to come into that forward fold position once again. Step the left foot back, coming into your lunge, high or low, whichever you may choose. Bending in that right knee. Same options as before, hands down, or sweep the arms up overhead. Or exhale, take the right hand back. This time, left arm comes forward to come into your twist. Inhale, bringing the arms up forward, up overhead. Exhale, take them down. Stepping that left leg up to meet the right, left foot up to meet the right, and come into that ragdoll position or just fold forward and allow the neck to be long. Keep the softness in the backs of the knees. Even keeping a deep bend in the knees. To inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Come with the hands through heart center, namaste. Exhale, arms by the side. From here, I want you to step the left foot back to come into a wide-legged position. Take this as wide or as short as you need for you. And I want you to keep a softness in the backs of the knees once again. Do not lock out the knees. Bring the hands to the waist. This is the first option. Stay here. Press into the feet, slightly activating in the quad muscles and in the glutes. And just lengthening up and allowing that head to really grow up towards the ceiling, elongating the spine. If you want to move a little bit further, you can start to radiate the heart forward and allow the neck to be long. Maybe just come halfway, staying here. Or if you'd like to come all the way down, hinge at the hips, draw the crown down towards the mat. Rock some weight into the ball mounds of the feet. If you are folded or halfway folded, you can inhale, start to press into the feet, especially the outsides, and start to lift yourself up. Exhaling when you get to the top. Start to shift the feet slowly towards the front of the mat. And then you'll inhale, step up towards the front of the mat. Allow the hands to fall by the side to come into mountain pose, also called Tadasana. We're going to come back down onto the mat now. So I want you to inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, palms touching, namaste. Coming through heart center, folding forward, take the hands down to the mat. And you can step back into your downward facing dog here. And then roll over the tops of the feet, coming down onto the knees into that tabletop position once again. If you need to place your blanket back underneath your knees, please feel free to do so. And from here, what we will do is come into thread the needle. It's a great position. So we'll inhale, reach the arm up towards the ceiling. Maybe give it a little wave. Exhale, draw it through center underneath that left armpit, placing the right shoulder down onto the mat, followed by the right ear. Stay right here. And breathe. On your inhale, start to press into that left hand to bring that right hand back up. Give it a wave up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, bring it back down. Let's switch sides. Inhale, lift the left arm up towards the ceiling. Give it a little wave. Exhale, draw it under center, underneath that right armpit. Left shoulder comes down to the mat, followed by the left ear. On your inhale, start to press into that right hand, lifting that left arm back up towards the ceiling. Give it a little wave. Exhale, bring it back down. Awesome. Last move in this pose in this, it's not really a pose, it's just going to be a little bit of a little wiggle in a way. Last little thing we're going to do here. So stack the shoulders over the wrist bones once again, hips over knees. We're just going to do some hip circles or tabletop circles. So you'll start by hinging to the left, smear the heart forward, then take it back to the right. Bring it all the way around and start back to the left. Smear the heart forward, take it over to the right, and back all the way around. Just really lubing up the joints, keeping some fluidity. Reverse your circle. Come back into that neutral spine position. I want you to take the legs to either side, come back down onto the sitting bones, and then I want you to start trying to make your way down onto your back, whichever way you feel is best for you. Please have a strap handy and close to you and a couple of blocks, probably just one block. Keeping the knees bent here. What we're going to do first is grab a hold of that strap. If you have a loop in the end of yours, great to place your foot in. If not, all I want you to do is place it around the base of your right foot to begin. Well, that's all you're going to do. Keep the left knee bent. It's a little bit more of a gentler approach, but if you feel like you can go slightly a little bit further, feel free to extend that left leg out long. The left hand, if the leg is extended, will come to the top of that left hamstring. Flex that right foot up towards the ceiling and pull it back slightly towards you. All we're going to do is breathe here. This is it. Again, relax the shoulder. Release any tension in the jaw. Bend that right knee now and release the strap from the base of that right foot. And then extend the right leg out long or keep the right knee bent so we can switch sides. So you'll draw that left knee in, place the strap around the base of the foot. If the right leg is extended once again, place that right hand on top of the right quad muscle to help maintain stability. Flex that left foot up towards the ceiling. Softness in the back of that left knee as well. Relaxing through the shoulders. Good. If the right leg is extended, start to draw it back in, and then bend that left knee to release the strap from the base of that left foot. Placing the strap to the side. We're going to do a few bridge postures here. So with the knees bent, once again, place the hands outside the hip. What I want you to do is inhale, lift the hip points up towards the ceiling. Gaze up towards the ceiling, pressing into the hands. If you want to take a gentler approach, you can grab your block, place it up underneath the sitting bones, and just allow the bum to rest there. You don't have to have such an active posture. And it also helps you assist in learning how to stay in the posture. On your exhale, release the sitting bones back down towards the mat. Windshield wiper the legs back and forth. We're going to do that bridge posture one more time. So place the hands outside the hips. Find an internal rotation of the pelvis and the hips to go up towards the ceiling. Find a slight engagement in the glutes and in the quads. Pressing the feet into the mat. Use your block if you'd like. Keep the back of the neck long. And release all the way down to the mat. Rock the knees back and forth, windshield wipering the legs. Bring the knees back through center. Hug the knees into the chest, wrapping the arms around the shins, taking the nose towards the knees. You can even allow the head to fall back if you'd like and keep the knees in towards the chest with the hands wrapped around the shins, rocking side to side. From here, keep that right knee hugged in, left leg extends. Why don't you take that right knee up and over, coming into a spinal twist. Right arm can come out towards the right side. Gaze over the right shoulder. Left hand can rest on top of that right knee. On your inhale, come back through center. Exhale when you get there. Extend the right leg out long. Hug that left knee into the chest. Allow that right hand to take that left knee up and over, coming into your spinal twist on this side. Extend the left arm out. Allow the right hand to be on top of that left knee, or the outside of the left knee rather, and gaze over the left shoulder. On your inhale, come back through center. Exhaling when you get there. We're going to come into happy baby before Shavasana. So do as you like. Some people love this posture. Some people hate it. So bring the knees into the chest. Extend the feet up towards the ceiling. Clasp the outside or inside edges of the feet. Allow the sit bones to shine up towards the ceiling. And you can either embody this pose and extend each leg back and forth, swaying from side to side here, and just allowing yourself to be free for a moment and to play and make it real playful. Or if you just rather to be still, hugging the knees into the chest. Two more breaths here. Start to bring the knees into the chest. Maybe give yourself a little squeeze on your way down, hugging yourself. Extend the legs out long, taking them as wide as the mat or wider. Take the arms as wide as the mat or wider. Start to decompress from the top of the head to your tips of your toes. We will do so systematically. Start by clutching the fist. Maybe clutch and release. Clutch and release. Squeeze as tight as you can and release. Allow the eyes to start to fall heavy into the back of the skull. Tongue to fall from the roof of the mouth. Shoulders to fall heavy away from the ears and pressing into your mat securely. Chest softens. Arm bones grow limp. Fingers are light. Belly is loose. Hips are released into the mat along with the glutes. This transitions down the front of the pelvis and into the quads. Which allows the hamstrings to let go. Followed by the calves, trickling down to the ankles. And it finds rest all the way down to your tip toes. As you rest in Shavasana. Namaste, my friends.